So we finally got this thing open. I gotta vacuum the laundry room because they're coming today to swap out the washer or fix the washer or something. I still don't really know everything that's went wrong with it. But we got this for Christmas, and I'm about to turn it on for the first time. It's really futuristic. Also, I like that it's green.
It's quiet.
Because I like green. Yeah, it is quiet. It's a lot quieter than the last one. That's pretty cool. Obviously, it also has like the hoses and stuff. And you can even use it in canister mode where you just pull this off and you become a Ghostbuster. And you don't have to have this thing. Maybe they sell like a backpack attachment or something. So the guy came and looked at the washing machine, and he concluded that it was broken. Okay, there's a little more to it than that. The full story on this washing machine is that the last time there was a problem, the guy came and looked at it and was like, oh, the shocks are bad. This time the guy came and he didn't
replace the shocks.
He came to replace the shocks, and like last time he didn't actually like look at it. He looked at it with his eyes instead of
open it up.
But he didn't open it up. He just looked at it and was like, the shocks need replaced. This time he came and actually opened it up to replace the shocks and was like, oh wait, there's a lot wrong. And we're like, oh. And he's like, have you used it since I was here last? And we're like, no, you told us not to do that. And he's like, oh, well, definitely don't use it now. He's like, because this is not good. And we're like, okay. So there's more parts that need replaced on this thing. And like everything's free because it's under warranty. They have, this is a used washing machine, but it's covered for 3 months. And there's been a lot that's went wrong with it in that amount of time, but you know, they're still obligated to fix it, so they're fixing it, but it's a pain, man. We just want to wash towels. We just want to wash some towels. We can't wash the towels. So when did they say it'll be like early, like later?
He said it's normally only a day, but it was, you know, it's been Friday.
Well, it's been
weekend, and then it's New Year's, so I'm gonna call it Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
Because it was Christmas, and now it's the weekend, and then it's New Year's. But one day, I believe that we will be washing towels. One day. I also wanted to talk a little bit about that vacuum sweeper real quick, because we got that new one, and it works pretty well.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite aspect of the new vacuum is that when you turn it on, it doesn't smell like it's on fire. That's my favorite thing, because the other vacuum seriously did. And I don't know exactly what was wrong, if there was a belt or something in it that just like burned up. But like you turned that thing on and it just smelled like, and not every time, but like 70% of the time, it just smelled like burning rubber. And that's not what you want.
It has like a regular filter, or like the bag.
Yeah.
You have to like throw away and get a new one. And like, it just was kind of plain.
Well, yeah, it was.
This one is nicer.
Yeah, we got that one when we got married.
Mm-hmm.
When we got married, I think my parents gave us that as a wedding gift. I think, pretty sure. And I mean, we've had it, you know, for years, and it was always a very inexpensive vacuum to begin with. But it's done well. I mean, for how much the thing costs, it's lasted, you know, multiple years. Now that being said, we don't vacuum
every day.
Every day. Yeah, my dad vacuums the house every day. I did not take after him when it comes to vacuuming, because I'm like, it looks fine to me. And even now, like, we still use the Roomba, and the Roomba for general cleanup is perfect. It doesn't fully replace a vacuum cleaner, but it gets pretty close. If you need to go around the edges, or if you need to do this or that or the other, and there's like specific things, then that's what the the new vacuum's going to be for, but we're still going to be using the Roomba for, tidying up. If you wake up in the morning, you can turn the Roomba on, and it keeps things, pretty relatively clean, which is nice. But I like it. I think it's nice. And I really like, and I know it's been around for like a jillion years, but I really like the fact that it's bagless. You don't have to buy bags. You're done, and you pull out the thing.
Too.
Yeah, as a rinse filter. So you don't, I mean, you probably still have to buy filters eventually, but on the packaging it made it sound like it would go for a long, long time. But maybe you don't have to buy them?
I think so. I read the manual.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's even better. That's the way it should be. Like, you buy a product and then you don't want to have to feel like you have to keep pouring, money into it. So, good. Good vacuum cleaner. And it's green. I like green things. Anyway, that is it for the...
Kitty drinking out of the fountain.
Oh, is there?
Uh-huh. Do you hear them playing around in it?
Yeah, it's Kep, which is why it sounds like they're playing. I just realized we haven't updated about that fountain. We've actually had a bit of a journey with that fountain, because when we got the fountain because Sagan had that urinary blockage or whatever, and it freaked us out. And the vet was like, maybe he's just not getting enough to drink. And Kep drinks all the time, so it was never an issue for Kep. But we're like, okay, well, let's do something for this cat. So we got that fancy fountain or the fancy drinking fountain, so it's always recycling the water. And when we first hooked everything up, they were actually scared of it. And I don't think we ever really talked about that, but they were actually scared of it because it made noise. So Mao had the bright idea of taking it all apart and then introducing it to them like piece by piece. So it was just the water bowl for like a week. And then we added like a piece in the middle, which was weird to the cats, but they were like, well, this is that thing I've been drinking out of for a week, so it must be fine. So slowly but surely we've been putting it all back together, and now it's to the point where it's running. But up until this point, it has not been running because they just couldn't get used to it. So only in the last like week or so have they actually used the fountain part of the fountain. And Kep loves it. Like, Kep goes up and just drinks from the little drizzle
the
hose.
reason I have to refill it every day.
Yeah, because the other day he had actually drank so much that it was making weird noises because it was out of water. He says, it's fine. Just more to drink, please. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. More stuff tomorrow. I just need to get some sleep. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?